Carlos Alcaraz is currently holding strong at second place in the global tennis rankings. At just 20 years old, he broke the Wimbledon cycle, making history as one of its youngest male winners since Boris Becker in 1985 at 17. But how much of the playbook have you uncovered about this rising tennis star? Let's find out. After Carlos Alcaraz ended Novak Djokovic's decade of Wimbledon dominance, headlines hailed him as the kid who beat the GOAT, greatest of all time. This title not only emphasizes Alcaraz's youth, but also underscores his relative newness to the grass surface that defines Wimbledon. Born in Murcia on Spain's Iberian Peninsula, Carlos Alcaraz's tennis journey began at age 4, crying when forced to stop playing. His father, Carlos Alcaraz Sr., once in Spain's tennis top 40, ran a tennis academy established by his father due to funding challenges in his career. Despite facing financial obstacles, Alcaraz's family boasts a tennis legacy, with his father and grandfather both talented players. In 2018, Carlos Alcaraz made a pivotal move to the J.C. Ferrero Equilite Sports Academy, a decision that significantly influenced his trajectory in the tennis world. At the academy, he not only found a training ground but also a residence, immersing himself in an environment dedicated to nurturing tennis talent. Under the mentorship of Juan Carlos Ferrero, a Spanish tennis legend and former world number 1 who clinched the French Open in 2003, just a month after Alcaraz was born, his training took on a new dimension. This period marked the transition from an era dominated by Federer and Nadal, with Ferrero serving as a guiding force to propel Alcaraz's rapid progress in the sport. With one of Spain's greatest tennis players backing him, Alcaraz's journey gained momentum, setting the stage for his ascent in the tennis ranks. At the age of 15, Carlos Alcaraz stepped onto the professional tennis stage, navigating the challenging terrain of ITF Futures and ATP Challenger tournaments. In 2020, he made his inaugural appearance on the ATP Tour in Rio de Janeiro, signaling the commencement of a tennis journey destined for greatness. After claiming the title of the youngest U.S. Open men's quarterfinalist in the Open era, he made a statement at the Australian Open with a transformed physique, showcasing gains that went beyond the court. But it wasn't just about looks. Alcaraz's meteoric rise includes 3 Masters 1000 titles, with a notable victory at Indian Wells where he triumphed over top-ranked opponents, defeating number 10 Felix Auger-Aliassime 6-4, 6-4, number 13 Jannik Sinner 7-6, 6-3, and number 5 Medvedev 6-3, 6-2. His performance at Indian Wells marked a milestone as he became the 3rd youngest player to win a Masters 1000 event, showcasing his dominance across different surfaces. Not one to rest on laurels, he made history at the Madrid Open, becoming the first player to defeat both Nadal and Djokovic consecutively on clay. Carlos Alcaraz clinched his inaugural Wimbledon title in a thrilling 5-set battle against Novak Djokovic in 2023. Securing victory, Alcaraz maintained his coveted world number 1 ranking, ending Djokovic's remarkable 45-match winning streak on center court, as well as his 34-match triumph at Wimbledon and Grand Slams. Throughout the tournament, Alcaraz faced challenges, dropping sets to Matteo Berrettini in the round of 16 and Nicolas Jarry in the 3rd round, before delivering a spectacular performance in the final, triumphing over Djokovic. King Felipe of Spain witnessed Alcaraz's triumph over Nadal in Madrid, having previously congratulated the teenager personally after his success in Miami. Alcaraz revealed, "I was more nervous for that call than the match." For him, it was an extraordinary experience to receive congratulations from the Spanish king, acknowledging the hard work he puts in every day and recognizing his victories on the court. His on-court prowess is captivating, featuring an explosive and complete game beyond his years. Djokovic himself acknowledges Alcaraz's uniqueness, declaring him the best player in the world this year, breaking records and securing victories that have caught global attention. Contrary to simplistic comparisons, Alcaraz isn't the next Rafael Nadal, but a unique blend of tennis legend. His playing style incorporates Nadal's tenacity, Djokovic's speed, and Federer's offense-to-defense prowess. Alcaraz dominates the court with an explosive forehand, a masterful drop shot, and a remarkable fusion of hand skills, shot-making prowess, athleticism, and defensive finesse. His tennis prowess transcends the ordinary, establishing him as a formidable presence on the court. Alcaraz's aggressive big-hitting baseline style, particularly emphasizing winners from his forehand, sets the tone for his play. However, he adds a layer of versatility with a deft use of the drop shot, showcasing a multifaceted approach to the game. Despite clay being his comfort zone, victories at the U.S. Open and Queens demonstrate his fearlessness as an all-surface player. Rising Italian star Yannick Sinner acknowledges Alcaraz as the current best player globally, citing victories over Nadal and Djokovic in Madrid 2022. Standing 6 feet tall, Alcaraz possesses the ideal tennis physique, combining height, strength, and agility. Former world number 1 Andy Roddick and Jim Courier praise Alcaraz as a gift to the game, astounded by his rapid ascent. Alcaraz's triumph began in Rio de Janeiro, conquering Schwartzman and claiming his second title. Miami witnessed his dominance, dispatching Ruud in straight sets for a third win. The clay courts of Barcelona and Madrid became his kingdom, boasting an impeccable 5-0 finals record. The crescendo of victories surged with the US Open, followed by a stellar streak, triumphs at the Argentina Open, Barcelona, Queen's Club, culminating in the prestigious Wimbledon 2023 crown. In the early swings of his career, Carlos Alcaraz has aced his way to an impressive tally of 12 ATP titles, showcasing his prowess on the tennis court. In a riveting 2022, the Spanish sensation not only claimed the title at the Miami Open, becoming the youngest player to do so, but also conquered the clay courts of Madrid at a remarkably tender age. The tennis world then witnessed Alcaraz's historic rise to the #1 spot in the ATP World Rankings, making him the youngest ever to achieve this grand slam of accomplishments at just over 19 years old. Alcaraz's feat at the Madrid Masters was nothing short of extraordinary. He powered through tennis titans Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, and Alexander Zverev in a jaw-dropping display, clinching his 4th title of 2022. What sets his achievement apart? Alcaraz became the sole player in history to conquer Nadal and Djokovic back-to-back on the unforgiving clay courts, an unparalleled testament to his exceptional talent and determination. In 2 years, Alcaraz soared from the top 100 to world number 1, securing 12 ATP Tour titles. No teenager had conquered a major since Nadal in 2005, or clinched the US Open since Pete Sampras in 1990. Affectionately known as Carlitos, he became victorious at the US Open, becoming the youngest ever world number 1 and the 7th youngest Grand Slam champion in history. His remarkable journey ignites excitement for the next 10 to 15 years as Alcaraz cements his legacy in tennis history. Off the court, Alcaraz has become a fan favorite, echoing the friendly nature of Federer. His outgoing and upbeat personality has endeared him to fans, reminiscent of the Swiss legend's charm. After Daniil Medvedev got mauled by Alcaraz in the BNP Paribas Open final, the Russian told the crowd, "Congratulations to you, Carlos. You're the most respected player. I think you say hi to 300 people a day." Returning to Murcia after his triumph in Madrid, Alcaraz was greeted by a cheering crowd, showcasing the adoration he had gained. Invitations to Spanish chat shows, magazine covers, and a burgeoning Instagram following exceeding 1 million highlight his newfound celebrity status. Even his practices draw frenzied audiences, a testament to the excitement he brings to the sport. Carrying a net worth of $14 million, Carlos Alcaraz commands the sponsorship of iconic tennis brands like Nike for his on-court attire and footwear, wielding the Babolat Pure Aero 98 racket. Beyond the baseline, he stands as a brand ambassador for Rolex, Isdin, El Pozo, BMW Spain, Calvin Klein, and Louis Vuitton. Alcaraz's financial prowess reflects his triumphs on the tennis court and his growing influence in the dynamic intersection of sports and fashion. While injuries and uncertainties are inherent in tennis careers, Alcaraz exudes confidence, stating he is physically and mentally ready for the challenges of big matches and Grand Slam tournaments. As he stands on the cusp of greatness, the tennis world eagerly anticipates the unfolding chapter of Carlos Alcaraz's extraordinary journey. At 20, wielding his racket with finesse and donning the iconic bucket hat, Carlos Alcaraz emerges as a dynamic force, reshaping the tennis narrative. The burning question remains, will he triumph on Wimbledon's hallowed court 16 years down the line? Before you go, ace your support, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment below on the iconic moments that served you the most inspiration from this tennis maestro's journey. Stay tuned for more thrilling matches on the court.